Hello and welcome to the behind-the-scenes look at the newly renovated Ordway Concert Hall. My name is Miss Britt, your host for the Rock the Ordway podcast series. As you can see, I'm standing in the middle of a construction zone right now, getting ready to interview many of the hands that were involved in making this space perfectly acoustic. In just a few moments, I'll be joined by Tim Caro, the architect and project designer of the new space. What were your responsibilities in making this design actually happen and make sure that we can get to March 1st?
The most important thing to the SPCO was for the aesthetics to support a feeling of intimacy. So the music needs to sound intimate in terms of how the acoustic works, but also the space wants to feel intimate. And so we are wrapping seats around the stage in very specific ways, but the ceiling takes this idea of wood and wraps it overhead and then down to the stage and becomes part of the wood stage. Again, meant to visually connect you more dramatically to the musicians on stage. At the same time, that ceiling has to be acoustically transparent so the music can access the full volume of the hall. So it's 14 miles of wood dowels that are designed to be acoustically transparent and also for sound to move through them in specific ways. So it's actually an aesthetic thing that has to be manipulated very specifically for acoustic purposes.
So everything within the new concert hall is about acoustics. It's about the quality of the sound and giving the performers the best possible acoustics so that the audience can have the best experience possible. It's a very beautiful space, and I see there is a very unique pattern on the walls, the ceilings, everywhere. Can you tell us why these patterns exist and what their purpose is?
There's no symmetry in a concert hall. There can't be, or else the acoustics would be degraded. So the walls aren't necessarily parallel in any direction. They may appear to be, but they're not. Even the dowel ceilings, the spacing between the dowels is not the same, and there's no repeatable pattern in the spacing of the dowels. They're all slightly different. And the hardness of the dowels also will help reflect high frequency and high mid frequencies back, which creates more of the sense of being wrapped with sound as part of the reverb.
Right above the stage, behind the wood dowel ceiling, are some solid reflectors that will be tuned once the musicians start to rehearse on stage to reflect sound back to the musicians and out to the audience. Then you have to adjust all surfaces to when sound hits them, it gets diffused and deflected in just the right place. So when you look at the wall, you can see this texture. It's intended to be a beautiful looking wall texture, but it's very scientifically driven. The scale of it and the dispersion of it is again meant to diffuse sound in very specific ways. If you look behind the stage, you can see these little elements on the wall behind the stage that also do the same thing with sound.
For acoustic performances, it'll be the room as you see it. When we start using the sound systems that will be present in the room, then we have dampening curtains that will come in to handle the kind of reflections that a loud band would create or that a sound system would create in the room, so that we keep the room as pure as possible.
You know, as a little kid, I can remember coming to the Ordway for field trips and how exciting that experience was. I remember having the big yellow buses outside, and although there's renovation that's happening, something that I really appreciate is that the integrity of the older space has been maintained, but the new space has been made to seem as if it's been here all along. Walking in today, I couldn't tell if there was really a new addition or if something else had changed and I just wasn't aware of it. But it is, in fact, a completely new space that's been added to the side. It's still opening up so you can see Rice Park. There's a beautiful view that's now been expanded to 5th Street as well, so you can see the cathedral and other parts of downtown. It really just showcases the best of downtown St. Paul. The concert hall is set to open Sunday, March 1st, showcasing local, national, and internationally renowned artists, including Broadway legend Bernadette Peters, critically acclaimed indie rocker Haley Bonner, and Grammy Award winners from The Sounds of Blackness. Tickets and more information are available at rocktheordway.org.